Well, hey folks, pt.81 here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Pioneers map. Yes, indeed, little Farm Sim 22. Don't think those are quite ready for the trimmer thinger yet. Alright, so, we are creating a new field. I, cleared the rest of the trees out. I dragged some of them to our pallet maker. And some of them, well, some of them became a wood chips. As will happen. I see a plow. Hopefully there'll be a tractor hanging off the end of it, or this is going to be a short job. Okay. Well, then we'll just have to go this. Oh, it's just sitting right there. What you doing here, man? So, there's been an update to the outdoor gardens here. With this latest patch, you're supposed to be able to put down two placeables. One is a water pump that you can fill that and then have it distribute, and it will supposedly supply your gardens. The other is a distributor, and the distributor will take everything else, seeds, fertilizer, that sort of thing, and add those as they're needed. Well, if we go into construction, and I believe tools, containers. No. Open air garden mod. So here's the pump. But nowhere can I find the other piece, the distributor. There, we're out of the mods and into the stock stuff. I've looked under every single category, under every single tab. And yeah, that's the best I can come up with, is the pump. Right? Which you can sort of pop down wherever you like. Well, preferably somewhere it's not going to hump up the ground all weird. But yeah, I don't know where the other piece is. So I don't know if we're going to bother with this one until we know where it is. Alright, let's, never mind and carry on. So, geez, those are poking out the back pretty good. Chickens, doing well? Yes, you are. Alright, let's grab the tractor and head down to the plow area. Any chance you, maybe you're feeling in the mood for a little diesel? No? Couldn't care less, huh? No? Alright, well. You can lead a tractor to diesel, but you can't make it drink, apparently. Isn't that how the saying goes? I think I'm gonna bring my little tree thingy down here and clear that section a little bit. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely room for improvement. Yeah, it's not the biggest field in the world. Hopefully it's going to give us a little bit of oat. Hopefully. So, it's going to be another scorcher today, unfortunately. I'm becoming less and less a fan of that scenario. Oh, am I in, There we go. That's what we like to see. Otherwise, there's really no reason for us to be here. So yeah, with the trees gone, we get a little bit better idea of what we're dealing with here. And, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind if she was a little bit bigger, but I think we're gonna be alright. I think so. So according to the weather report, it might actually rain tomorrow. Drop about 10 degrees and rain. That would not hurt my feelings. I'll have to remember to close my car windows. I haven't driven it in 3 months. Yeah, I don't know, I just haven't felt a big rush to do the repairs. I'm managing quite well with my electric scooter. And if all else fails, well, we do have a bus service in town, and it's not bad. It doesn't run near regular enough, but it's not a bad experience taking it, unlike down in the city where, ugh, you know, getting on the bus was the start of something big. Yeah, it was, well, sometimes fun, just because, you know, like, hanging around a Walmart late night weekends can sometimes be fun. Not because hanging around Walmart's fun, but some of the things that go on certainly can be amusing. But most of the time it was crowded and dirty, and generally you got to share coughs and sneezes and such with every other being on the bus. But here, yeah, not bad. I don't think I've ever seen more than about 10 people on the bus. So, means you can generally find a seat without somebody else just about sitting on your lap. And I suppose, if you consider the cost of a cab these days, although I have no idea what the cost of a cab these days is, I'm sure the bus is a pretty good deal. But, because it's so hot, and because I happen to have a black car, yeah, I've been cranking the windows open and leaving them open, mainly so, you know, the thing wouldn't heat up to the point of, I don't know, exploding, for instance. So, yeah. But a week ago we were supposed to get a little bit of rain at night, so I closed up the windows, and we didn't get the rain, needless to say. But it was a couple of days before I remembered that I closed the windows. A couple of days of 30 degrees. Oh, I tell ya. I opened the door to crank the window down, and I almost evaporated. I swear, I started to melt. Man, it was hot. You know? It had to be 60 Celsius in that car. Just, ugh. But, I guess, if you take something made of a very heat-absorbing color, wrap magnifying glasses around it, and then set it out in the brightest part of the parking lot, yeah, it's likely to increase in temperature, at least slightly. But yeah, if it does actually rain tomorrow and drops about 10 degrees, lovely. But I suppose it's another one of those things. We should start to accept the fact that it's the way it's gonna be. We have permanently altered the way our world works. Unfortunately, on such a fundamental level that we have no concept of how to fix it. So. I mean, this whole thing with electric vehicles and all that is really cool, and of course not pushing all them hydrocarbons and crap into the air every day is going to help, but the problem there is, well, we need a better battery source, obviously. Using things like lithium might be nice and energy dense, but good lord, you just about ruin the planet trying to mine this stuff, you know? It's a rare material, so it ain't gonna last forever, and it's only found in a few places in the world. Which means, just like we were with oil, it's quite possible for other countries to hold us hostage, because they get all the lithium. You know what I mean? Wow. So, well, that and the fact that now that they've been around for a while, in the next, well, very soon years, we're gonna start hearing from people that own things like Teslas and Leafs and Bolts and you name it, when they take their car into the dealer and go, I don't know, I went to charge it this morning and it didn't get up to full charge and I can only go about 15 miles and it dies. And they'll go, well, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, not a problem, we just got to change the battery. That'll be $22,000, please. Yeah, I mean, those aren't double A's. You know, they're not just going to flick the little lever on the bottom, dump the old batteries out, and slide a new one in. Yeah, there's a little more to it than that. And yeah, they're sinfully expensive. You know, I mean, of course they are. You know, just because you can buy an 18650 for a couple of bucks if you buy a cheap, crappy one, doesn't mean you can buy a new Tesla battery for that. No. Like I said, I believe they're about 20K. And unfortunately, a lot of that is not markup due to a lack of usage. It's the fact that it's a bloody expensive thing to make. You know, the materials are rare and expensive. I mean, it's the same thing with my electric scooter. You know, I've got about 1,000 kilometers on it now. I'm not sure how many times I've charged it, but the app would tell me. But there is a finite limit as to how many times I can charge it, you know. And one of these days, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to fire it onto the charger. A few hours later, I'm going to unplug it, only to find out that, you know, I get 3 blocks up the road and the motor starts to die. And I can charge it again and it'll do the same thing. Now, granted, I'm only looking at about $400 to $500, but that's half the cost of my vehicle. Well, before modifications, right? So, what do? You know, every 5 or 6 or 7 years, we throw away our vehicles and get a new one now? I don't know, man. That doesn't sound too environmentally sound for some reason. Hard to say. And of course, on top of it all, we're all trying to get through these new summer heats with all these other new issues cropping up. You know? I mean, obviously, inflation's out of control. Right? Between the putting out a whole bunch of money over the pandemic so that there was more spendable out there, and then decreasing the supply through supply chain breakdowns and factory closures, temporary as they may have been. Yeah, we're pretty screwed at the moment. And the normal methods of straightening things out don't work because this is an unprecedented situation. Usually if inflation starts to go up, the federal government just simply changes the interest rate, slows spending, and balances that'll help to balance the supply and demand flow. The only problem is, that only works on the demand end of things. On the supply end of things, it just has to get better. Factories need to reopen, they need to ramp up production again, and then get the supply chains back to where they're working. But this time knowing that they're vulnerable. I mean, we saw all kinds of things when that, pandemic hit. Shortages that were caused by just the strangest things because there was, in fact, surpluses of items. So, it's a weird one. We are living in really strange times. But I do hope that everybody's getting through. I do hope so. They can be pretty rough. And for all my whinging and whining, I'm also very well aware that I have it pretty bloody easy compared to a lot of things. I may have a lot of regrets about the things that have gone on in my life, but one thing that I don't regret and I'm always thankful for is that I really managed the luck of the draw as far as the birthplace goes. Like, living in this country, for all the complaining and whining that people may do, I'm Canadian, by the way, damn good choice. There's so many places that could have been just so much worse. And it may not be the absolutely awesome place that it used to be, but it's still damn good compared to most. Alright, look at this, guys. Last row. And we officially have an oat field. Goodbye, final bush. Rip. It's like a band-aid, eh? Just rip it off really quick. Alright. We have reached maximum width. We have exceeded the maximum width. Oh, we're gonna make her. Look at that. Just barely ripped that last chunk out. Alright. Well, for what it's worth, there it is. Yeah, it ain't huge, is it? We could go... If we went out to... How far out can I go? Yeah, we've actually got a little bit more. See, by all rights, we could actually run it all the way out here. We'd have a few more trees to get rid of, but... what do you think? Should we go for a field that's basically its own sovereign nation, or what? I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Yeah, let's, let's grab Mr. Giggles here. Oh, he could use some fuel. Let's just do that first, shall we? We do have a fuel trailer, but I mean, how embarrassing. Fill her up. Oh, yeah, she was down a bit, eh? I mean, it's only $148, but it's like a third of a tank. Alright. Let's go get our gear. Start with the Slayer of Trees. Alright, let's go get something to dump them in. Alright. Now, let's go through the ridiculousness of... okay, watch. Pipe in. Okay. That should be the pipe out. Yeah, unfold pipe first. Weird, eh? When you press it, this, I don't know what changed, but I saw that F1 screen flicker. Alright. Well, here we go. I actually need to be running it for the drive over, but just wanted to make sure that, seeing as it doesn't have a pipe, figuring out if the pipe's out can be a little bit of a challenge. Especially when you're, well, you know, like me, and you're a little challenged to start with. Yeah. Herma. Up to grandmother's house we go. Alrighty then. Oh, I've never been on this side. Okay. So, trees of ill repute. Let's see what we can find. There we are. There's the first one. No, not you. You're fine. But you, big beautiful tree that you are, you gotta go. Let's put you down. There we go. Oh, but all of it, nice. Alright. Next. Alright, this one requires the full crush. Alright. Next. Oh, we are at 30%. Nice. you actually get it? It did. Crushed it. Alright, 90%. One more tree. We're cool. Well, well. Thought you had me, didn't you? Yep. Alright. That's, good start. Let's go get rid of it. We'll grab the next row, and the next row, and the next row, until we've got our infinifield. Ooh, look at that. Raisins poking out of the ground. Some plants over there. Nice. What? Bunch of bambadoodles. Whoop. A little far. There we go. Get out. So the reason it holds like 72,000 is because the trailer holds about 20. This machine here somehow manages to fit 50 in it. Because you'll see the trailer is not actually empty. There we go, now it is. You hear the tractor wind down, because it's no longer powering the PTO to drive the front machine. And then the rest of the trailer empties. You can see there, it's even showing 2 empty inventories. $7,500. But dang, man, we were getting over $8,000 yesterday. What the heck? Oops. That'll be that fence some idiot put up. Well, that sucks. A $500 dip in price over... Well, it wasn't even overnight. It was earlier today. We were... Alright. I am gonna... Since we're out here, since we're geared up, time to get rid of a couple of annoyances. You have gotta go. There you are. Oh, excuse me, I do apologize. Oh, good, I got it in one go. Wow, right on. 45%? Holy smokes, man. That's crazy. Oh, excuse me for a minute. I do hate that. Every time I sneeze, if I don't blow my nose, I'll sneeze forever. Oh, it has been a pet peeve my entire life. Holy slowpoke. Come on. You can do it. Shift up a gear. There you go. Yes. Feeling it now. Alright. Okay, let's, I don't know if you're even a tree, but we're gonna try. Apparently. Carry on. Well, we definitely got a little bit of work ahead of us here. Uh-oh. That is so funny. Oh, did I get that stump? Oh, apparently I did. Doesn't actually do anything. So I'm not without my means. So let's take. Ooh, I see we're pretty much at the end of the episode, but here's what I did yesterday when I ran into this issue. Or you get a tree that just didn't want to play. Yes. We'll push her out into the open. Okay, that didn't happen yesterday, I'll tell you. Here we go. Come on. Gently nudge you in the direction I need you to go. This seems like a fair use of a tractor, doesn't it? I'm sure guys do this all the time. Alrighty. You can see what a time saver this is. Oh, look at that. I drove right up on my own trailer. Nicely done, Species. Nicely done. Alright. Let's get you there. Really? Must have been hung up. Yeah, a little more, a little more, a little more. Come on. Just got to get enough of the branches in the cell section. Perfect. There we go. Alright, and with that bit of amazing amazingness, we'll call it an episode. Hope everybody enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do, folks. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. But above all, take care of each other. And ciao for now.